Knowing your worth is not enough. In order to properly know your worth, you need to be responsible for it. Being responsible is viciously protecting your worth, viciously protecting how you view yourself, right? Because your worth comes out of how you view yourself. You can know your worth, right? But people can treat you however they want to treat you. People can treat you against your worth, against your standard that you've set out for yourself. But it all comes down to what you're accepting, what you're receiving from people. If you're not proactive enough and intentional enough to guard every single thing that you accept, what people say about you, right? Filtering through what they say about you, what they think about you, all that does not matter. At the end of the day, all that matters is your worth, is how you perceive yourself and how you carry yourself, how you carry your life according to how you perceive yourself. Out of the way that you view your worth, your speaking, your speech is gonna come out of that. Your actions are gonna come out of that. Your decisions gonna come out of that. You're gonna walk according to the way you view yourself. You're going to behave accordingly. So it is very dangerous to go anyhow about your worth. That's something I want to come on here and say. For you to change your life, it's a worth thing. You need to understand that you're worthy to have the best in life, to become the best in life, to become who God created you to be. It starts there. It took so much from me to work myself up to come to this point. And a lot of it was an engineering within myself, was an engineering in my mind, in my heart, knowing that I can do, that it is possible. Wherever I had limiting beliefs, I had to go and do the work and tend to those things, right? Knowing your worth and knowing that you're not going to accept certain things, it'll help you stand your ground. You're going to protect yourself, knowing that if it's going to make you start questioning your own worth, and you start thinking, oh my goodness, like, okay, I'm gonna just take this crap from this person because, yeah, I deserve it. Like, I'm not worthy enough to be stood up for, or, you know, yeah. When it comes to self-worth, you have to know that you are worthy, so worthy, right? So precious than anything. Than anything. The only thing that I can think of as like more precious, I would say, is God, right? God, Jesus. I'm a Christian. I said it in every video. I'll be like, I'm a Christian, for context. But and we are created in his image. We're made in his image, right? And he says that we are worthy, that we are precious, right? So it's so important to know that you are worth, you're worthy. Have you noticed how like there are experts who would, I don't know what you'd call them, but let's say, for example, when it comes to artifacts, one someone would find an artifact that is that turns out to be so expensive, but before that it's like a piece of junk. Someone who basically determines the value of something, right? What would one call that in terms of like when you find artifacts and all these things? But it's interesting how they would then take that piece of junk and determine that, hey, this thing that you're holding is actually, it's so valuable, and this is the reason why, and it dates back into BC, this and that and that. And unless one determines the worth of that item, people won't know it's worth that much, right? In some way, we as people give things value, right? We give things value. Now, the thing with us human beings, God gave us value. He said that we are so precious, right? Jesus Christ died for us, right? God came, died for us. Imagine God dying for you. That's how precious you are, right? So, in our case, a God, the God, my goodness, the God determined our worth, right? He determined our worth and said we're so precious. We're so precious. We are worthy that he's sending his only begotten son to die for us on the cross, right? John 3:16. God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son to die. Basically, us being so worthy, it's such a pity that no matter how worthy you are, how precious you are, you cannot operate in that worthness without knowing that you are worthy, right? A lot of people don't know that they're worthy, right? The same with an artifact, right? Or a diamond. It'll take a jeweler, I don't know if they're the ones that determine the price of something, the value of something, but it would take that person to identify, to observe that diamond and identify that this is the legit, this is the real thing, and the cost is worth this much, right? In the same way, we're supposed to view ourselves, where we decide that our worth is this, right? Our worth is this, and no one can do anything about that. If we decide that that's our worth, we're gonna move accordingly, gonna walk accordingly, talk accordingly, and present ourselves accordingly. That's what people are gonna pay for, right? Because they understand that's the worth. Okay, it's one thing to know your worth, right? But it's another thing to protect your worth. A way in which you practice your worth, right? Whether you're participating or not, you are doing it. You are moving, you're leading your life, living your life according to a worth that you've set for yourself. Whether you participate or not, it's happening. And that's why you will see that different people get treated differently, right? And that's why we say things like life is not fair. It's because you see certain people where just good things happen to them, good things come to them. And that's because they have set their worth here at a certain place. They understand their worth to be this way. It has nothing to do with the person next to them. They've just decided that, oh, I only get this. I only get the best, right? But the person next to them has decided that they get like okay, an okay standard, right? And then they notice how the person who gets the best is having the best, and they're like, oh, but that's not fair. Well, I only was okay with okay, surely I deserve more because I'm okay with okay. I'm humble, right? But life doesn't work like that, you guys. I had a rude awakening about life. Life does not work like that. That type of mindset, you are going to attract what you believe that you deserve, period. So the way that you steward your worth is what you accept in this world, what you invest in, what you accept, how you speak, how you carry yourself. All these things naturally will flow out of the heart. Flows everything, and whether good or bad, it's from here. And inside here is how you determine your worth. How do you feel about yourself? What do you think about yourself? You know? So you may know your worth, but it's your responsibility to only accept what aligns with your worth. And that looks like if someone talks to you in a way that's not right, that's where boundaries come in. You feel that you are worthy enough that you're going to do the work in your life. You're going to do self-development. You're going to be intentional about your mental health, about your what's this? Sorry, that distracts me. Okay. You're going to be intentional about your emotional health, your physical health, spiritual health, every aspect of your being, right? Your mental health. Oh, I said that. Comes down to worth. If you think you're worthy enough, you're going to give yourself everything you need. You're going to give yourself the best, right? You're going to put the best food into your system. You are going to put the best information into your mind. And so how that looks like, some of the ways, and I touch on this on this channel, and I will touch on these on this channel, is do you know your values? What are your values? What are your beliefs? What are your boundaries, right? What do you want in this life? What is your purpose? What are you choosing? What is the type of life you want for yourself? What is your standard? All these things, they express your worth. They express your thoughts of your worth. Because let me tell you something. Whether you perceive yourself as like your worth is like trash, right? Whether you perceive yourself as trash or not, it doesn't change the fact that you are precious. So it is a pity when you go around treating yourself like trash when you're actually not trash, you know? It's very strange. It's very strange. And then you wonder why people are abusing you, mistreating you. It's because they see that a diamond is behaving like trash. There must be something wrong with it. Right? That's what gives people the audacity to start mistreating you, or not treating you according to your standards. Or at least they're treating you according to the standards that you show them. These standards you show them energetically. It's an energetic thing. It's from within. It's from in here. It's in everything you do. So, yeah, we're gonna chat a bit more about worth. That is something that I really want to touch on. I have a series coming up on worth, and yeah, that is an aspect of yourself that needs hardcore engineering, rewiring in your mind, in your heart, in your being, right? It's a lot of work. But let me tell you something. If you've been feeling like you want to change your life, you want to become your best, and you've just felt stuck, you try this, you do that, and you don't even know, what should I do to change my life? Where do I start? You're not happy with your relationships, with your career, with your living circumstances, whatever it is, right? And you ask yourself, what is it that I can change? What is it that I do? It starts in your worth, because everything will flow out of that. Everything will flow out of that. For example, you are going to you're going to travel if need be, just so that you can meet your standards that you've set for yourself, aligning with your worth, because you feel like, oh, I'm worthy enough to go to what, I don't know, like, what are the cool places the kids go to nowadays? But with that place that you want to travel to, let's just say Bali, because that's so stereotype. But if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm cool enough to go, like, I'm worthy enough to go to Bali as well, why not me? Also me, I deserve that. Me too, I will have that, right? If you feel like that, you're going to decide, okay, I'm going to do everything that I can to do that as well, to be there, right? I'm going to qualify myself. And you're not going to make excuses. You're not going to allow limiting beliefs, because you believe that you are worth that no matter what. And you are going to figure out, okay, how do I do that? Okay, let me figure it out. Am I going to go on Google? Who's the closest reference? who traveled there, who knows something about traveling. How do I get there? Once you do the engineering from inside, the change will come. That's how success will be attracted to you, because it'll be like, that person is worth, that person is worth success. Because success requires maintenance, it requires stewardship. Every good thing requires stewardship. And your worth is what will steward that thing, what will motivate you that I deserve this, I need this, I'm going to have this, right? Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye bye.